What do you do when you're a monster in a dungeon, waiting for adventurers to show up, and you just have loads of time on your hands? You play Dungeon Ball. Hello and welcome to Tantrum House Studio Awesome. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Katie, and today we're going to be talking about Dungeon Ball by Barrett Publishing. It is a game for 1 to 2 players, and it is a football-style game. Imagine football as a board game, and that's pretty much what Dungeon Ball is, with a few monster things thrown in.
We're going to take a look at the prototype. Some of these components might change in the final game. At the beginning of a 2-player game, players will choose one of 4 teams to play and take that deck of cards. These special cards make the game slightly asymmetrical.
Each player also receives a play strategy board, some all-time abilities, and momentum tokens with some defense cards.
After a coin toss to determine the starting player, a football-shaped die will be placed on the board with the 1 up to show it is the start of the first down. The offense will get 5 white dice, and the defense will get a single black die.
At the start of a down, the defense will get to choose a defense card to play that is basically a bet on what run the offense is going to play. The choices are red, blue, and green, with 1 or 2 as options of how confident you are in the play choice.
The offensive player then chooses an orthogonal direction on their board to choose a play. Then you look to see what the defense chose. If the defense is correct with what card they played, they get a momentum token, and the offense loses the amount of dice shown in the corner of their card.
If the defense was wrong, the offense gets an extra dice or die in the number that's shown in the defense card. The offense then rolls the amount of dice trying to get the corresponding icons for the play that they chose.
Time icons must be kept and will make the game clock count down. Everything else can be re-rolled as needed 1 more time. Then you compare the results to see if enough symbols were rolled to satisfy what the play required.
It is now the defense's turn to play a special card. Now these cards cost momentum tokens, so you want to spend them wisely. And most of the cards that can be played on defense have you roll the black die to see if even that card is going to take effect. The offense then has a chance to play a card in return.
After everyone is finished playing cards, the play is analyzed to see how far the ball will go on the field. In this play, the requirement was a single cleat on the red track. For each time the requirement is met, the ball will move on that track. The ball will turn to the 2 for the second down, and the offense will get another turn. Now the playboard is limited to the choices of blue or green, making it harder to make the next play, because the defense will have a 50% chance of guessing your next play.
The offense gets 4 downs to score before they have to turn the ball over to the other team. After a touchdown, or if the offense is in range, they get a chance to make a field goal. At the start of the game, each player decides if they want to do a dexterity style check or a luck check with dice. With the dexterity, you are tossing the football dice into a box lid, trying to get it to land between the 2 goal posts. And it is harder than it seems.
You keep score on the scoreboard. There are 2 halves to the game, just like in football, and several situational rules like in football.
In a single-player game, there is a deck that has the programming already done for the other team's movements and decisions. So playing them is a little bit different because you're not going to be trying to read the other player and trying to guess what they're going to do. It's more random than that. This game really feels like football. There's all the right terminology, so if you know football, you'll go, oh yeah, that makes total sense. And there's just the neat little football dice, things moving down the field, offense, defense. There's some fun art on the cards that show like zombies playing, like pulling an arm off to block the ball, or there's like werewolves and stuff, so that's pretty fun.
I liked that there was some strategy with what cards you play and when you play them, especially since the teams are asymmetrical. You have the 4 teams to choose from, and some cards you can only play them once per game or only once per half. So you got to kind of weigh out, do I have enough energy to do what I want to do? Is my card going to then be negated by the other player? Maybe I should hold on to my energy. Maybe I should spend it now. Those kind of decisions I find really interesting in a game.
Yeah, and although it feels like it would be very easy for the offense to run down the field and just score really fast, it is actually more difficult than you think, because the red track has an easier requirement to make the play, but there are so many more red dots on the field, so that track is a lot longer to score. The blue and the green are shorter, but the requirements are a lot harder to get those. So if you are interested in football or in Dungeon Ball, check it out on Kickstarter now.
And you have to do something to pass the dime.
Dime. Check it out on Kickstarter, and that is it.
So is that how you want to end it?
No, let me try that again.